My name's Ian Thomas.
Yeah.
I'm 64, 65 in August. I'm on a very, very sunny day in Lechlade in the Cotswolds, and life is good. I'm married with two daughters. I know you didn't ask me that question, but it's important to me.
Fantastic. Well, tell me a little bit about your indie journey. Let's just get a flavour of how did you get here to being an indie?
Okay, so let me think about this. So I guess it started at age 52. I had a reasonably successful career getting to senior management positions with corporates. And at age 52, working for BP, I was made redundant. And once I got over the shock of that, I thought about what should I do. And I decided that, I knew my stuff. I was good at business, good at strategy. I'll set myself up as a coach stroke consultant and help small businesses to grow. And I struggled along that course for quite some time, working very hard at it, but not really making the progress that I wanted to make, and just not really feeling that what I was doing was worthwhile. It's a strange thing. I had this ego thing of wanting to make a real success on my own, but getting very, very frustrated at not being able to. I knew my stuff, and I put lots of effort into learning and building my knowledge in the stuff, particularly about how teams work well in business together. And I was frustrated because I knew it was a requirement that was really needed, but I just couldn't get the gigs. So after spending probably 10 years beating myself up for not making the progress that I wanted to, it came up this Christmas. I just took a bit of time to reflect, sort of helped by the lockdown as well, and asked myself a few questions. Do I want to continue the battle to try and grow a business on my own? And I decided no. So having decided that, I thought, well, I'm 65. I've got hopefully another good 20 years.
Yep.
What do I want to do? So I asked myself, can I afford to retire? And this is something that I hadn't really given proper thought to. So I looked at all my finances, looked at whether we could make some rejigging of finances and pensions, and the answer very, very happily came out as yes. You need to cut the cloth a little bit until state pension kicks in, but that's not far away. That's only just over a year away. So having done that, a lot of my anxiety about having to build a successful business, because I wanted to look after ourselves and the family, disappeared. So then the next sort of question was, well, what can I do that I enjoy doing that adds value in some way to myself and my family? And I looked at it, and I enjoy keeping fit. I do a lot of cycling and weightlifting and a little bit of swimming. I enjoy DIY. I enjoy holidays. I enjoy doing lots of stuff for my family. So I guess what I came to was a sort of an aha moment that you don't need to beat yourself up, continue to work. You can spend a bit of time focusing on your finances. And here I should give another shout out to another indie, Richard Cook, who has been very helpful thus far in helping me with my pension. And it's just wonderful to get the weight and the anxiety off. So I've now got a 2-year DIY plan to add value to our house. I also like to give a little back, so I'm a member of a local charity, and we raise funds by doing things like online wine tasting, sponsored cycling, sponsored swimming, all that sort of stuff that combines what I enjoy doing with a bit of giving back and gives me a challenge as well. So that's sort of where I am on my indie journey. Does that help?
That really helps. And
yeah.
What I find really, really interesting is, you know, there's this kind of idea that being an indie, you would have a big business or whatever, but I think it's a frame of mind. So
Exactly.
I'd love to ask you, what does being an indie mean to you?
Yeah, I thought about this when you sent me the question through. I think I would sum it up as just having a simpler, more fulfilling life of purpose.
Yeah.
If that sounds a bit sort of high level, but since I sort of reframed my way forward, I just feel so much more energized because I can see, for a start, I can plan out till I'm 80 odd, without having to worry about money and all that sort of stuff, which is really freeing. And I've got a sort of a forward plan of doing the things that I enjoy doing, not feel I need to do, that add value and you know, bring me joy.
So you worked out what being an indie is for you, really?
I guess I have, yeah. I guess I have, yeah. Not that there aren't any problems. I'm probably painting too good a picture, but you know, you are, or one is in a much better frame of mind to tackle life's troubles as they come along.
So you're hinting there. What are the challenges?
What are the challenges? The challenges now. Well, there are a few sort of personal challenges about aligning one's targets with the rest of the family.
Yeah.
But those are coming along well, and I guess I don't see too many challenges. There are the sort of the challenges of, I've set myself some pretty tough DIY projects. Yeah. So there's a challenge around that of learning how to do it, deciding whether I do all of it myself or bring in trades, and you know, that's a challenge, but it's actually a positive challenge, one that I relish. What challenge? I suppose the biggest challenge for me is on my indie journey, Andrew, was getting to the point where I was able to let go and reframe what I wanted to do, because I had this I don't know, it was part of my ego, or part of what I felt was expected of me, to be a sort of a successful businessman, breadwinner.
Yeah.
And the biggest challenge for me was letting that go.
What I mean, is that, do you think, the most important kind of thing that you've developed on your indie journey, that reframe?
Yeah, for me. Yeah, for me. So I sleep better. I don't worry about things at night, and I mean, I'm very lucky. In that, you know, the pensions that I have through my working life put me in a reasonable position, and I'm sure not everybody will be in that position. But it wasn't until I sort of studied it properly and worked it out that you know, that I got to that point.
So one last question before we wrap up. What would be the best advice you would give to anyone on the indie path?
Well, I would say take a step back, reflect, and reframe.
Fantastic.
Okay. And I would also say, have a word with Andrew. He'll help you do that.
Even better. Thank you, Ian. It's been great chatting this morning and hearing about your indie journey.